Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Breeze. Breezeway Productions The Breeze, where we bring you the latest in independent films and film festival news. And we are very excited and thrilled to have with us today director Marc Turtletaub to talk about his film, Jules.
Thank you, Alex. It's a thrill to be here.
Awesome. So happy that you're able to join us today. And also, we have a trailer that we'd love to show to you guys before we start the conversation. So take a look at the trailer for Jules.
I think that we ought to change our town slogan. A great place to call home is confusing. I suggest a great place to refer to as home. We need a crosswalk on Trent Avenue between Frost and Allegheny. And also... Oh, my. A UFO has crashed in my backyard, has taken out my azaleas, and destroyed my bird bath.
When you talk like that, it makes them all take us less seriously.
Did you just say UFO?
Oh, good Christ, what is that?
You remember the spaceship? This is the little man who came out of it.
He's got to be a secret. Don't tell anybody. Can't touch him.
She shouldn't know.
We got to trust her. There's nothing else we can do.
You could kill her.
Kill me? You can't kill me. I'll kill you. That's what I'll do. Guys, stop it.
You think we can call him Jules?
He's no Jules. He's more of a Gary.
Your dad was in here earlier. He said he was buying apples for an alien.
Like an illegal alien?
Thank you for the picture. He hands them to me all the time.
Maybe he's trying to tell you something.
Dad, come on. I'm worried. What you have said has not been normal.
I'm okay.
How can you say that when you're buying apples for an alien?
The government is searching for a security satellite that crashed.
Any moment we waste is a moment they can discover him. You've seen the movies. You know what happens to these guys when they fall to earth.
We will break the sky wide open.
Jules has come to mean quite a bit to us.
It's about Dad buying apples for an alien.
National security, open the door! They're coming!
Us four hanging out together. We get along pretty well.
We're so thankful for you.
'Cause I got you, and you got me. We will break the sky.
What the?
So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it has both meaning and humor in it. And I don't ever want to tell something which is just a story which is deep and has meaning, but has no entertaining value. And what I love about the screenplay when I got it is it's ridiculously inventive, funny, and it's also about something meaningful.
Yeah, there was a lot of meaning that was involved in it that really struck a chord with me. As I was saying before I hit record, was that I have family members that are, beginning to see some early onset Alzheimer's, and that what was fascinating to me, you put together a wonderful cast that was that really brought the script to life. Ben Kingsley, Harriet Sansom Harris, as well as Jane Curtin, and the antics that they get into are super fun, but then you get to know each of them individually. And the Kingsley character to me was the actor, well, Ben Kingsley plays Milton Robinson. He came off like very awkward in some of his town hall meetings. I was curious to know, like, how did you direct him to come off as that like regular older gentleman, but still slightly awkward when he was talking to people kind of vibe?
Yeah, I mean, that really introduces a good question of how do I work with actors in general, not just Sir Ben Kingsley. First of all, I'm working with really consummate professionals. You're working with people that are, have won Tonys, have won Academy Awards, have been nominated and won Emmys. These are special actors. But even if not, what I try to do when I work with any actor is to allow them to interpret the character in the way they can best. And if I get in the way through mediating that performance too soon, then they don't bring in their own intuition. And so what I do, Alex, is I don't rehearse. Unless the actor requires a rehearsal, I try not to rehearse. I want them to do something that's going to completely surprise me. So in those scenes with Ben Kingsley, Sir Ben, in the beginning, I didn't say, here's how you play it. I let him go do it, and he delivers. And then you always have an opportunity after a take or two, you can go in and whisper in his ear or whisper in an actress's ear to try something different. But initially, let them go do it.
I think that's interesting when you're talking about working with actors. So that brings me to the character of Jules, played by Jade Kwan. How did you bring her into this to play the alien Jules that comes into the house? Because it's very physical, obviously a lot of prosthetics and zero dialogue. How did you two work together to really create that performance?
No, it's all Jade. I'd like to take credit. We give directors too much credit. She's an amazing person, because every day on set, she had to go through 4 to 5 hours of prosthetics, putting on prosthetics, and then she has to go perform. So, not many people on the planet could do that. I read 8 different women for the role. I knew I wanted a real character. I didn't want CGI. Like Sir Ben said, I hope I'm not going to be acting opposite a stick with a ball on top of it. I said, no, there's a real person. I read 8 different women for the role, and she was the first, and I immediately was thinking she was the right person. But she was a little bit bigger than what I imagined in my mind, taller. And so I read the other 7 women, and then I went, no. I the first one, I need to see her again, please. Mm-hmm. And so I called her, and she came back, and that was it. The key for her is that she's kind of the secret sauce to the movie, is that each of these characters shares things with Jules, the character Jules, that they share with no one else. And it's because, yet she says nothing. She's the perfect listener. And so they have to be able to read something, and the audience has to be able to read something in her face. She can't just be vacant. You have to read something into her eyes and her expressions, which are very subtle. And that allows you to interpret and those characters to open up. So, yeah, she's kind of the secret sauce, Alex.
Would you believe that the demographic that's focused on in this film, an older generation, that when they were talking with the alien Jules, they were able to open up parts of themselves that they've wanted to get out, kind of like a therapist, that like the daughters played by Zoe Winters couldn't get it out of Sir Kingsley in the film, but then he ended up having a lot of venting moments, and it was very emotional, some really great serious acting. Did you feel like that's a common thing with that demographic, where they just need somebody to talk to?
Yeah, I think it is. It's true, certainly for older people, but I think it's true for all of us. We all want that perfect listener, right? In our partners, our spouse, our children, our family. We want someone that really listens and is not just thinking, oh, what they're going to say next, right? And that's the key to being a real good conversationalist, is to be able to really listen deeply. And I don't think that's dependent on that you have to be old to want that. I think we all want that.
That's true. You make a good point there. A lot of people just want to be heard. In a world full of megaphones on social media, it feels like more people are doing a lot of talking instead of doing the speaking. But after I watched Jules, I was very emotional. There was a lot of really great moments performed by an all-star cast. I know that you've had wonderful experiences working with all-star casts in the past. So in summary, Jules, where can people go to find out more about it, and when is it going to be coming out in theaters?
But it is certainly, if you look up Jules, the movie, you'll find it online. It's opening Thursday and Friday on about 800 screens across America, which is great for an independent film. And if people love it, please spread the word. It speaks to all ages, and hopefully will make you laugh.
I definitely enjoyed it, so I will be spreading that word. And I'm also happy to say that it is in theaters. Theaters have been rocking and rolling since Oppenheimer and Barbie, so keep that train going. Going to theaters to see amazing films that are coming out, independent films, and nothing is better than seeing a film in a cinema. So that's at least my 2 cents on it. And